James Charles' rise to fame with his groundbreaking makeup looks and skyrocketing success had one of the most dramatic careers in social media history. From viral Twitter scandals, beauty community drama, and allegations that almost ruined his career, James has been wrapped in some of the internet's biggest controversies. In 2015, while working as a makeup artist in his hometown of Bethlehem, New York, Charles began posting different makeup looks on Instagram, as well as starting a YouTube channel where he began uploading makeup tutorials. In 2016, James was unhappy with his senior photo, particularly the lighting used, so what he did was he decided to bring his ring light from home, retaking the photo with a more dramatic highlight. Posting on his Twitter with the new image and the following tweet, "I bought a ring light to my school picture day for better lighting," creating his first ever viral moment. People praised his skills with makeup, but also praised him for having the courage to wear makeup publicly as a man, which wasn't as common at that time. With his online following continuing to rise, he became the first ever male cover girl model, which got him a guest appearance on The Ellen Show. On his channel, he began to focus more on beauty tutorials and challenges as well as transformations. Millions of people subscribed to his channel per month as he became a cultural figure in the modern beauty boom. Not long after, he started his own clothing line known as Sisters Apparel, a makeup collection and the Sisters collection, all in collaboration with the cosmetics brand Morphe Cosmetics. He also collaborated with other influencers such as Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, and even the Kardashians, to name but a few. As his numbers began to grow even more, he collaborated with other celebrities such as Iggy Azalea's when he did the makeup for the promotional art for her single Sally Walker in March 2019, and also appeared in the song's music video. Now, with his fame building, James set up his first ever tour called the Sisters Tour that took place in 2019. It's one of the earliest large-scale live beauty community tours in the United States, running in many cities that included makeup demonstrations, Q&As, SFX segments, merch, meet and greets, proving he had reached a whole new level of fame. Charles hosted the first season of the YouTube Originals reality competition series called Instant Influencer, which premiered on his YouTube channel in April 2020. For his work on the show, he won the award for Show of the Year at the 10th Annual Streamy Awards. All was going well for James, but a wave of controversies awaited him that would bring a whole new level of backlash he had never experienced before. His first taste of backlash came in 2017 with this tweet: "I can't believe we're going to Africa today, OMG, what if we get Ebola? James, we're fine, we would have gotten it at Chipotle last year." The backlash for this was immediate, with many calling him out for this racist tweet. He later tried to explain that the joke was at the expense of a friend who mixed up Ebola with the bacterial infection E. coli, which was widespread in Chipotle that year. He apologised and explained that he understands his white privilege as a white cis male and agreed that he was both ignorant and offensive. Many forgave him, but others didn't actually believe he was being sincere, saying that he was only sorry because he got caught. But given his age of only 17 years old, many were willing to forgive him. The Sisters Tour itself had some controversy, with many feeling dissatisfied with the experience, complaining about long wait lines, rushed photos, and many felt that the organisation behind this tour wasn't prepared to deal with the crowd sizes, with some feeling they were paying too much for the dissatisfied experience they got in return. VI tickets alone could cost up to $500, which many felt was a price too high to pay, especially considering his audience were very young. But one of his biggest controversies would come in 2019, known as Dramageddon 2.0, involving Tati Westbrook, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. While at Coachella that year, Charles posted a sponsored video for Sugar Bear Hair Vitamins.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Sugar Bear Hair. I met their team weekend one at Coachella and they really helped me and my friends out with sister security because it was crazy.
In response, Tati posted a video called Boy Sister, accusing James of some pretty inappropriate behavior.
"So when you pair up with my #1 competitor, it's embarrassing to me. Is it going to crush my business? No. But it's embarrassing, and you know that because of things I've had to deal with in the past. And if you don't have my back, at least have your subscribers back."
Especially since she helped him and guided him in the beauty industry. She felt he changed with fame, becoming arrogant. The most controversial part of the video, though, was her accusations surrounding his behaviour towards straight men.
"You were talking in detail about things you wanted to do to the waiter. And when I said, 'James, he's straight,' your response was, 'Doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity.' So freaking gross."
And alleged he flirted with or even pursued men who were not interested.
"You tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again, and somehow You're the victim. You know, it's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality, especially when they are still, emerging into adulthood and don't quite have everything figured out. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight.
The public response had a devastating effect on James, who lost millions of subscribers in days, which was the largest YouTube subscriber loss in platform history at that time. Many people focused on Tati's accusations surrounding his inappropriate behaviour around straight men, feeling his behaviour was purely predatory. James posted a response video addressing all of these accusations called No More Lies, resulting in the biggest Uno reverse in internet history, and he brought his receipts.
Not even get a phone call, to not even get a text a few days prior, but right after that sponsored post went up to have a text like, hey mom, love you, I'm stressed. Just so you know, XYZ, I just did this post, but it's no big.
Before posting my stories, I actually did text Tati first out of respect for her, giving her heads up about the sponsorship, but she was immediately upset. I tried my best to kind of explain the entire situation and also give her a direct apology as well, but at this point I had signed the contract and I absolutely had to post it. There was no getting out of it.
He also proved that he helped her brand Halo Beauty on multiple occasions.
And this is a very important launch to me because it is my best friend Tati. She's launching something new on Halo Beauty. Super proud of her. By the time this video is out, it'll already be up, so go check it out. Promo for Tati, love you the most.
Who doesn't need a little beauty boost every now and then? Two of the following statements are real claims made by the original Halo Beauty Booster supplement.
Oh!
Which are the real ones?
Can I just say I love you guys for putting a Halo question in there.
We originally
I love you for that.
And in the most intense part of the video, he also addressed the straight man manipulation allegations.
The next day, Sam slid into my DMs first and I happened to see it. We started talking back and forth and he mentioned that he was flattered by me flirting with him the night beforehand.
Sorry about last night, you're very attractive. And then I responded with, it's all good, very flattering actually.
A few minutes into the conversation, I asked him about his sexuality and he told me straight up that he was bisexual. There was no straight men being manipulated anywhere in the story like Tati mentioned. Later on in the conversation, he asked when I was leaving Seattle and I told him the next morning, to which he responded, I wish we had time to hang out. And I said, hey, why don't you come over to my hotel tonight? We can watch a movie together. He said, sounds good. Later on, he messaged me first and told me, hey, straight up, I've never done anything with a guy before. I'm a little bit nervous. To which I told him there was absolutely no pressure. This is all shown in the screenshots. Sam showed up at the hotel. We watched a movie together and we cuddled. After the movie, I asked him if he wanted to kiss, to which he said yes.
I get to the hotel room, we say hi, it's all fine. We end up watching a movie, and after that movie he asked to kiss me. I said yes, and we ended up making out for around an hour, and if I'm being honest, he's the worst kisser I've ever kissed. Way too much tongue.
Alright, note taken.
Sarah Larson, the singer, actually accused him of messaging her boyfriend multiple times, but later admitted it was actually only one time.
Zara Larson, who's a pretty big singer, tweeted saying that I messaged her boyfriend multiple times knowing he was straight. And this tweet got almost 500,000 likes before it was deleted. In her defense, she did later on say that it was only one message, but it was way too late because the media had already ran with it, saying that I was harassing straight men and wouldn't leave him alone. Had I known that he was dating Zara Larson, I clearly never would have messaged him in the first place, but this is all very hypocritical considering this is how Zara Larson found her boyfriend.
As a result though, people's opinion on him changed and his subscriber freefall slowed down. Tati would later admit herself that she was actually influenced by others when uploading that video, but also many people felt that she was bullying a 19-year-old when she herself was in her 40s. Now, despite his resurgence to people's good graces, it wouldn't be long before more controversy came his way. Multiple allegations of grooming and sexual conversations with minors came to light. A 16-year-old boy claimed that Charles had groomed him and pressured him into exchanging sexual photos via Snapchat. 3 more males would come forward to share their negative sexual experience with Charles also. A 17-year-old shared screenshots alleging Charles had continued to flirt with him via Instagram, messaging even after he learned his age. In a response video titled "Holding Myself Accountable," he apologized for his reckless behavior for engaging in sexual conversations that should never have happened.
both under the age of 18, have recently come forward saying that they had inappropriate messages to me on social media. One of them being from last year and one of them being from more recent. In both of these cases, I added these people on Snapchat, asked how old they were right away, was told that they were 18, believed them, engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16. Upon finding out, I was immediately embarrassed and blocked both people. I trusted the information that was given to me rather than the information I could have and should have gotten myself. As an adult, it is my job and my responsibility to verify who I'm talking to, and therefore there is no one to blame for this other than myself. Making a promise to all of you right now on camera that I will be way more careful moving forward with every single person that I speak to. My For You page and Explore page are not dating apps, and I will stop treating them as if they are. I also have already started asking for proper identification from every single guy that has either reached out or that I was speaking to, and will continue doing so for the rest of time.
But he never actually claims to knowingly groom or talk to minors. As a result of the accusations though, his YouTube channel was temporarily demonetized, and Morph announced it was parting ways with James and winding down the Murph by James Charles partnership. Other collaborations paused public association while the matter was investigated by public opinion. Charles was fired from hosting the popular YouTube reality TV show Instant Influencer, and a spokesperson for the show told Variety that we can confirm season 2 of the YouTube original series Instant Influencer will take a new creative direction, including a new host. With all these accusations piling up, James fought back and claimed that a lot of these screenshots were fabricated or taken out of context. He also claimed that many lied about their age to him. With many accusations made against him, it's clear he was using his fame to influence people into sending sexually explicit photos to him, but whether or not he did it to minors knowingly, I can't really say for sure. But there is a clear pattern here. All these claims of course were made online, not in the court of law. He was never criminally prosecuted for any of these accusations. Some of these allegations were also proven to be false too. Some were found to be over 18 and other screenshots were proven to be faked as well. But one thing is clear though with James, that he consistently messages fans, he uses Snapchat for flirting, he asks for explicit pics from strangers who are also his fans, he took people at their word for their age, and he repeated this mistake multiple times. The main issue here for me is that he has young fans who trusted him, and he repeated patterns despite the backlash he received. You could also argue that the power he had over his fans made consent kind of messy and unclear. Many of his fans simply felt betrayed. His behaviour was beyond reckless, and if these allegations are true, morally and ethically wrong. Now, there's many other controversies he was involved with over the years. Many more than I was actually expecting, so here's a few honourable mentions. He was blocked by Ariana Grande for claiming she was rude to him, but later admitted that he lied about it. A model Instagram by the name of Gomez, who was 20 years old at the time, claimed that Charles had pressured him into sexual situations, even though he told the influencer he wasn't attracted to men. Charles spoke out in a tweet stating that he and Gomez had been speaking for 5 months prior to Coachella and claimed that everything was consensual. In 2020, he attended parties with TikTok influencers during pandemic restrictions, ignoring COVID guidelines, and received a lot of pushback and hate for this. Now, there are many others, but I think you get the point here. James Charles was never far away from controversy, some of which you could argue are a bit unfair, but many of which you could say that proves that James is not the best role model for his fans. James Charles' career has clearly been very turbulent, with many ups and downs, but despite the accusations over the years, he still to this day maintains a big following online across all social media platforms. He launched his own beauty brand called Painted in 2023. He works kind of more like an entrepreneur and a businessman, moving away from personal influencer content, and he's less concerned about going viral. Although the shadows of his past still linger, James Charles is still here and thriving. Whether he actually fully completes a reputation recovery will really depend less on his apologies and more on his long-term behaviour, ethical boundaries, and how responsibly he navigates his power in the digital space going forward. But as always, actions speak louder than words. That's it guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe as always if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now like I said, there is a shit ton of controversy around James Charles that I did not get into because the video would be too long. So I just touched on the main ones that I felt were most relevant, were the most controversial. He clearly is someone that's very troubled, and he was someone that clearly obviously got a huge amount of fame at a very young age and just didn't know how to handle it. But that does not obviously kind of excuse any of this disgusting, deplorable behaviour that he's been accused of. And if it is proven to be true that he did that, then he does not deserve to have a platform and he should be in prison. But again, none of this has been proven in a court of law, so at the moment it's all just accusations and hearsay, and we can't definitively say that he is a predator, although you could argue to some extent that there's no smoke without fire and there's clear predatory patterns emerging to us. But that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.